Right, it's finished finally. Dorking Wanderers 1, Hornchurch 0. Mark, what an afternoon.
Yep, what you see is what you get here. Thanks to everybody at Hornchurch. Great venue. I thought it was a really good crowd, wasn't it?
Massive crowd.
It looked like a really
good
big crowd. I mean,
yeah.
we must have had.
Considering what their average attendances are, then based on what
Yeah,
was here today.
we must have had 500 fans here. I mean, it's incredible. The following is incredible. Thanks to all of those supporters. I spoke about it being a 4-point game. You know, when you come to Hornchurch away, Man United could play here, and you aren't gonna pass the ball. The pitch was so bad, and that's not Hornchurch's fault. Like our pitch ain't great. All of us clubs are trying to raise money, you know, and obviously Hornchurch have got a challenging pitch, and you literally couldn't string 3 passes together. I thought we defended brilliantly. Obviously, the rear guard of Gallagher, Craig, Pryor were great defensively, and they play their pitch brilliantly. And we kind of got that lead, and then we sort of said today it's a stay-at-home back 3. It's pointless trying to travel with the ball; it'll just come off your shin. Genuinely, I thought Hornchurch played the pitch amazingly well. It's really tough. So to come away with a win here feels like a really decent win. And we had to work really hard for it, and they pushed us really hard for it. But we saw the game out brilliantly.
Yeah.
In the end, you know, I think we deserved the 3 points. But Hornchurch showed magnificent endeavour, you know.
Obviously, second half, kind of that rear guard, was that always the plan to kind of sit in and kind of go into almost like a bit of a low block, really, like some of the teams do against us? Because just being over in the crowd and everything, and you kind of hearing what people are saying, and there was never kind of many chances that we had in the second half. But was that more that plan, just sort of sit in and take that, based on what you've just said about the pitch and conditions and everything as well?
100%. We couldn't do anything more. I mean, the lads, you know, the ball just wouldn't sit still. It was all over the shop. So what's the point in trying to use +1s and commit bodies forward, and you try and pass to your mate and just pass it to them, and then we absolutely sat on that lead.
Yeah.
It was a good decision, delighted to get 3 points here.
You said about the rear guard, and you mentioned Gallagher and Tony Craig and Pryor going back there as well. But I also thought that Harrison folks had a really good game this afternoon as well.
He was the one player I picked out the minute I went in there, because I thought he was great. You need your keeper in situations like that, and he made himself big, bold, and done a great job. Yeah, I thought a really, really good game. I think if you take Folks and Pryor and Tony and Dan out of the team, you know, you play a different. Listen, we're not set up to play in games like today. It's like, you know, wearing high heels to a cow pie rally. It's just like it ain't. No. You know, that's just, you know, we're set up to play technically, and you could get Man United here, and they could probably give them a game, because it is tough. Yeah. So yeah, appreciate lovely people here, amazing support, both sets of fans. Everyone had a good laugh, good day. And we've got the 3 points, so that's great.
Obviously, we just focus on what we do, but this afternoon's results have sort of benefited us, and perhaps kind of what you alluded to really at the start with the 4-point game, really. And now the challenge is to kind of back that up again, isn't it? Tuesday night now, with Aveley at home back at Meadowbank.
Yeah, look, if we can't win a home game, we don't deserve to achieve anything. You know, our wingers have both come out of the game unscathed. You know, when we've got our wingers playing, we're a big side. Yeah. We've come a long way since that game at Aveley. I remember we had no subs, and even the boys playing were injured, and people out of position. But listen, I mean, it's a league with great managers. They're going to try and, you know, they're going to come down. They're going to try and make it difficult for us. They'll have a lot of threats themselves. They won't always sit back. They've got great pace on the break. So, I think from where I'm at, I'm going to ask the boys to put in a real home performance on Tuesday against Aveley, because I think they owe us one down there. They've not been dynamic enough. I think they've been a little bit like complacent with their home games. We're really going to mix that up for Tuesday.
Did you want to clarify your tweet earlier, just to kind of verbalise what you put on social media?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm a football club owner, so and we put a lot of money into the game, and also we're big advocates for the game. And my players were asking me, my players were like, "Oh, are we doing something for the girls?" When news comes out like that, the atrocity of in the last few days, how much has come out that happened, and these young lads have got kids that age, and they were asking me, the players, "Oh, is there something happening?" And I asked the secretary, "Have we had a notification about anything?" And the reason they're asking is because these lads have been asked to do things for 6-7 years. So my point is, the FA play a valuable role, and they do a good job in many areas, and they essentially adopt the role of being a public body, and I think the players would just be amused that there wasn't anything organised, and to be honest with you, that just knowing how much we've done.
Yeah.
I've been doing headstands for different scenarios for 25 years. I just thought, you know what, come on, let's be on that one. That's just me, isn't it? Like it or lump it, that's just how I felt. So I thought, you know what, we'll do our own minute silence. I'm sure the referees and Aveley will respect that. Personally, when you hear news like that and you've got young lads with babies and stuff, I spoke to a few of the other managers and they all feel the same. People don't want stuff like that to bypass. It's not in the background. It's on your news every day. And what happened was horrific. So, yeah. So we'll do our own thing, it's possibly unfair to say to the FA, "Oh, you make us do this, that, the other." But all I'm saying is they have to be consistent in their role as the governing body. They can't dip in and dip out of things such as that. So that was what I meant, really. We love to be outspoken, but just speak out. Why should we? We've got to be able to talk. So we'll do our own little thing, and we'll go from there.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Mark. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yeah.
Full focus on Tuesday evening against Aveley now, and hopefully get a load more people down against at Meadowbank for a midweek match.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think. If today's anything to go by, we're going to pack out Meadowbank. That away support today was like 500 at Hornchurch. It's incredible. So thanks to everybody, and I've got a parking ticket in Dorking.
Well, I was going to say, let's remind everyone to pay the dart charge for today as well. Coming over under the tunnel and over the bridge, you have to pay £5 returns coming to Essex.
I know. I was running late and I stuck it on a single yellow. They've put a ticket on it, £25 you pay it early, which, in fairness, is
direct them to your statue outside
no,
Meadowbank.
but I think it's relatively cheap. It's cheaper than NCP's in London. So, yeah,
true.
There you go. But yeah, so good result. We're all happy.
Yeah.
That's it. And we'll see everybody for the Aveley game.
Perfect. Thanks, Mark. See you Tuesday evening.
Cheers, mate.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
mate.